So good morning, everybody, and we'll begin with the next question on Accounting Standard 11 that deals with the foreign currency transactions, how to account for foreign currency transaction. That is the next, that is a topic under discussion. So we have the details of dealing between two parties. A Limited is a seller and buyer is US based PQR Incorporated. The date of sale is 1st of July 2019. It's an export sale worth $3 lakh and the amount is received in installments. There are three installments received: 1st August, 1st December, and then the last installment of $1 lakh is received on 30th of April 2020. Respective rates are given, which are changing from time to time, and based on this, we'll prepare the necessary account in books of A Limited. So the first account that we will prepare is PQR Limited, PQR Incorporated Limited. So let's prepare that account. This is the customer or buyer, so whose account will be prepared. The usual details, date, date particulars, folio, amount in US dollar, amount in rupees. Same columns on the credit side also. And we will need one more account, that is foreign exchange fluctuation account. So let's do that also. Foreign exchange fluctuation account. Usual columns, except that the column for foreign currency will not be applicable. These are the usual columns. So prepare the format and then we'll start with the entry. I hope all of you are ready with the formats. We can start.
Yes, sir.
Books of A Limited. Now the first entry is towards the sale. 1st July 2019, there is a sale of US dollar 3 lakh and the rate on that day, 1st July 19, is 76 rupees per US dollar. The entry will be PQR Incorporated account debit to export sales. So first entry, 1st July 2019, to export sales. The amount in USD is $3 lakh and Indian equivalent, so multiplied by 76, the rate on the date of sale, which is 2 crore 28 lakhs. Okay. So first entry we have passed, PQR Incorporated account debit to export sales The value in USD is 3 lakhs. At the rate of 76, the conversion has happened, which is 2 crore 28 lakhs rupees. Then after this, the party has started making the payments. The first payment has come on 1st August 2019 when you received $1 lakh. The dollar rate is 77.5 per dollar. Our original booking is 76 rupees, whereas now the dollar rate has increased to 77.5. We are recording the entries in the books of exporter, and whenever there is an increase in the rate, the exporter stands to gain if there is a realization. So here also 1.5 per dollar, 77.5 minus 76, 1.5 per dollar will be the gain to be recorded in the books of A Limited. Now when we record the gain, the entry will be bank account debit to PQR Incorporated account to fluctuation account. Bank account will be debited for the aggregate of remittance, that is $1 lakh at 77.5. PQR account will be credited for $1 lakh at the original rate of booking, that is 76, and $1 lakh into 1.5, the actual gain will be credited to FX fluctuation account. This is how we are going to pass the entry. So 1st August 19, let's pass the entry. By bank, we have received $1 lakh, and we will credit this at original rate of booking, which was 76 per dollar. Okay. So 76 lakhs stands credited over here. On the same day, we will record the gain, which will be credited to FX fluctuation account. So by bank, it's going to be $1 lakh into 1.5, that is the actual gain per dollar. So 1,50,000 is the gain that is credited over here. So entry will be bank account debit 77,50,000 to party account, that is PQR Incorporated account 76 lakhs to FX fluctuation account 1,50,000 rupees. Is everyone clear with this entry? The first realization. Can we proceed?
Yes, sir.
All of you have recorded the entry? Okay, fine. Now the second realization is on 1st of December 2019. Again, you have received $1 lakh. This time the dollar rate is 75. Our original booking was at 76, and now the dollar rate has moved down to 75. For an exporter, if the dollar rate falls compared to the date of sale on the date of actual realization, the exporter will lose out. So in this case, there will be a loss of 1 rupee per dollar that A Limited will suffer. So our entry will be bank account debit, FX fluctuation account debit to PQR account. Excuse me. So bank account will be debited for $1 lakh at 75, that is 75 lakhs. FX fluctuation account will be debited for $1 lakh at 1 rupee per dollar, that is 1 lakh rupees. And PQR account, PQR Incorporated account will be credited for $1 lakh at 76, that is 76 lakhs rupees. This is how we are going to pass the entry. So let us proceed with the entry. 1st December 2019, by bank, we received $1 lakh, and Indian equivalent is at 75. So it comes to 75 lakhs. And we had a shortfall of 1 rupee per dollar as compared to the rate which was prevailing at the time of booking. So that will be transferred to FX fluctuation account. FX fluctuation account will be debited for 1 lakh rupees. So on 1st December, let us debit this loss to FX fluctuation account to PQ or so in the first transaction, we recorded a gain because the dollar rate moved up from 76 to 77.5. Whereas in the second transaction, we lost because the dollar rate has come down from 76 to 75 rupees. Now the third installment has come in the month of April, and that is 30th April 2020 at 78. But before we go to the third installment, the final payment, in between you have the end of the year on 31st March 2020. And on 31st March 2020, you still have outstanding amount with the same customer. $3 lakh was the original sale. $2 lakh are received so far. So outstanding towards the end of the year is still $1 lakh. And this $1 lakh will have to be restated at the rate of 76.5 per dollar, which is the rate on 31st March 2020. If you compare the rate of 31st March 2020 as compared to date of sale, that is 1st July 2019, there is a gain of 50 paisa per dollar. Dollar rate has moved from 76 to 76.5. So this gain of 50 paisa per dollar on 31st March will have to be recorded on that day. So our entry will be PQR incorporated account debit to FX fluctuation account to the extent of $1 lakh at 50 paisa per dollar. Are you with me on this entry? Year-end changes? Yes? Did you follow what I said about the end of the year situation?
Yes, sir.
$1 lakh are outstanding. Those that dollar amount, that dollar-based balance will have to be restated at the rate of year-end. Year-end rate is 76.5, and the booking rate at the time of sale is 76. So that gain of 50 paisa per dollar will have to be recorded on 31st March. We will pass the entry PQR incorporated account debit to FX fluctuation account. How much will be the gain? $1 lakh outstanding amount into 0.5. So 50,000 is the gain that we will be accounting on this day. And this gain stands credited to FX fluctuation account. So in FX fluctuation account, 31st March 20, by PQR incorporated account, 50,000 rupees. Entry we have passed is PQR incorporated account debit to FX fluctuation account 50,000 rupees towards the adjustment of exchange rate at the end of the year. Now since we are at the year end, we will have to close the accounts, and the first account will be PQR incorporated that we have to close on 31st March 2020. So 31st March 2020 by balance carried down. If you take the total of debit side and if you take the total of credit side, you will get what is the balancing figure to be carried forward. On the credit side, the balancing figure in dollar amount is $1 lakh, and in rupee terms, the outstanding amount, if you calculate, is 76,50,000. These are the balancing figures at the end of the year. I have told you one cross verification option here. How do you use the cross verification option, whether your year-end balance is correct or not? What did I tell you? What was
76,50,000 divided by 1 lakh.
Can you repeat?
सर 76,50,000 को 1 लाख से डिवाइड कर लें सर और
Correct.
76.5 आंसर है.
Yes, you should get the year-end rate. Your year-end outstanding in rupee terms is 76.5 lakhs. Dollar-based outstanding is $1 lakh. If you divide rupee-based outstanding by US dollar-based outstanding, you will get a rate of 76.5. And we have already done that adjustment at year-end where the rate was 76.5. So that means your accounting is correct. If you cross-verify the rate, in case there is a error in the account, it will be thrown up because you will get a different rate at this point in time if there is any error in the accounts. So 31st March 20, our balances are carried forward. So next year we have to begin 1/4/2020. Balance brought down. It's $1 lakh. Corresponding INR value is 76,50,000. So your PQR incorporated account is closed on 31st March 2020 and the balance gets carried forward to the next year. Now coming to the foreign exchange fluctuation account, this is a nominal account. And this being the nominal account, whatever is the balance in this account will represent either gain or loss, and that gain or loss will be transferred to profit and loss account. If you see, the credit side total is 2 lakhs, which is a gain, and debit side total is just 1 lakh, which is a loss. So effectively, net, if you see, you have made a gain of 1 lakh rupees. That gain will be transferred to profit and loss account. So we will pass the entry on 31st March, FX fluctuation account debit to profit and loss account. FX fluctuation account debit to P&L account, the balancing figure 1 lakh, and that amount is transferred to profit and loss account. This is your balance at the end of the year, and that is the actual profit. So that gets transferred to P&L account. Any difficulty in the first year's accounts?
No, sir.
Everybody has completed up to this stage. Can we begin with the second year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's have a look at the second year transaction. Second year, we have just one realization, and that realization is on 30th April. The dollar rate is now 78 rupees. Are we making a gain on this realization, or we will end up with the loss?
Loss, sir.
Are you sure?
76 है ना सर?
We are talking of an exporter. An exporter has realized the amount where the rate of exchange was on a higher side on 30th April, 78 rupees per dollar. Will he gain or will he lose?
Gain, sir.
Gain.
It will be a gain. See, we restated the rate on 31st March, which was 76.5. Now you will have outstanding of 76,50,000 in your books. Whereas your realization, if you consider on 30th April, it will be on a higher side, 78 lakhs, isn't it? So why that 78 lakhs compared to the outstanding of 76,50,000? It's because of currency fluctuation, where the rate has gone up from 76.5 to 78. As a result, if you are an exporter, you will make a gain. So in the process, the exporter in this case is going to gain, and therefore the entry will be bank account debit to PQR incorporated account to FX fluctuation account. Now when we pass this entry, we will debit the bank account for total collection or total amount received, which is going to be 78 lakhs, 1 lakh into 78. That will be debited to bank account. Whatever is the outstanding balance in PQR account at the year-end rate, which was 76 lakhs 50,000, will be credited to PQR incorporated account. And anything excess above that, which will be your gain, will be credited to FX fluctuation account. So your gain of 1,50,000 will be credited to FX fluctuation account. This is how we are going to pass the entry on 30th April 2020. So 30th April 2020, in PQR account, by bank into account for $1 lakh at the original outstanding rate only, which was 76 lakhs 50,000. But actually you have received more than this. Okay, so that what excess which you have received is actually a gain. So there will be one more entry by bank in FX fluctuation account. This will be your gain of 1,50,000. 1.5 per dollar and $1 lakh are received. So your total gain will be credited here at 1,50,000. So now if you see the entry, your entry will look like this. Bank account debit 78 lakhs to PQR Incorporated account 76 lakhs 50,000, which is the year-end outstanding and accounted at that particular value, to FX fluctuation account 1,50,000, which is the excess realization due to increase in the rate of exchange. Okay, so that excess realization 76 lakhs 50 was the actual dues, 78 lakhs is the actual amount received. The excess amount realized 150,000 is a gain, and that gain has to be credited to FX fluctuation account. So once you credit that gain to FX fluctuation account, your party account will be closed because this was a final remittance. So we will now close the party account, which has already tallied. Okay. So this account is already balanced on its own. Nothing else is to be done for balancing the account. Okay. So this account is automatically closed, PQR Incorporated party account. And FX fluctuation account, we are not having any other transactions. We don't have any information. So we will close the account on 31st March 2021. We will close the account by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. Okay. So to P&L account, this gain of 150,000 stands transferred to profit and loss account towards the end of the second year. Okay, and this account is also closed automatically once you transfer this amount to profit and loss account. So again, a very simple sum to understanding intricacies of export in the books of the sailor. Has everyone understood the ledger accounts of both FX fluctuation and PQR Incorporated?
Yes.
Yes. Has everyone followed and completed? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Done.
everybody finished? Or you
Yes.
want me to wait to complete the solution? So I hope everybody would have completed by now. Okay, so let's go to the next sum now. Now next sum is already with you, and that is next question, which is on purchase now. Okay, let us see what the details are. Okay, the buyer is B Limited and the seller is ABC Incorporated US. Okay, so we are talking of import purchase. Buyer B Limited has purchased materials or goods worth rupees $4 lakh from the seller. The seller is a US based party. The date of purchase is 1st November 2019 and the transaction value is $4 lakh. And then there are 4 different payments of $1 lakh each at a varying rate of exchange, which is changing from time to time. On the date of booking, 1st September 19, date of sale, purchase rather, it was 78. and then on different occasions, different rates are given, including the year-end rate and subsequent payment rate. If you carefully analyze the dates, you will realize that before the purchase itself, there is one payment made to the party on 1st August 2019. This must have been an advance paid to the party, and 1 month down the line, actual purchase took place at 78 rupees. So we have a case of import purchase now where there will be some accounting for advance payment to the party and then corresponding adjustments on account of foreign currency transactions. So let us prepare the ledgers in books of B Limited. We will prepare two ledgers. One is a seller or party ledger, supplier's ledger, which is ABC Incorporated, and the second one is FX fluctuation account. So let us prepare the formats. In books of B Limited. ABC Incorporated. And we will need one more account also, that is foreign exchange fluctuation account. So that also we will prepare. Here we don't need the column in foreign currency. Fluctuation account. I hope all of you are ready with the ledgers so that we can start with posting the entries. Can we?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I said earlier, we have a typical case where the purchase has taken place, but before the purchase, there is an advance payment on 1st August 2019. So let us first account for this advance payment. When you make the payment, the entry is supplier's account debit to bank account. So in this case, ABC Incorporated is a supplier. So ABC Incorporated account debit to bank on 1st August 2019. To bank. Dollar value is 1 lakh. And the rate on that day is 79. We have paid 79 lakhs rupees, the entry being ABC Incorporated account debit to bank. USD value is 1 lakh, INR equivalent is 79 lakhs. Then actual purchase took place on 1st September 2019. So on 1st September 2019, when you purchased goods worth rupees 4 lakh dollars, the rate was 78. The entry will be import purchase account debit to ABC Incorporated account. So ABC Incorporated account will be credited by import purchase account. The transaction value is 4 lakh USD multiplied by rate on the date of purchase, which is 78. So 3 crore 12 lakhs is a value in Indian currency. I hope all of you have posted these two entries. Now, when you book the transaction of purchase, your rate is 78 rupees. Whereas when you paid the advance, the 1st August 2019, the rate was on a higher side at 79 rupees Obviously, you have paid 1 rupee extra on that day as compared to the date of purchase. So this extra 1 rupee you have actually paid per dollar as an advance will become a loss, will become a part of your FX fluctuation loss. So this loss will be transferred to FX fluctuation account. So on 1st September, we need to transfer this loss. So the entry will be by FX fluctuation account 1 lakh rupees. This is a loss with reference to the 79 lakhs of payment which we made earlier when the dollar rate was 79. And now the dollar rate at the date of purchase is 78. So you will end up with a loss because advance is already paid off at 79. So this 1 lakh rupees loss will be debited to ABC Incorporate, will be debited to FX fluctuation account. So entry is FX fluctuation account debit to ABC Incorporated account. 1 lakh rupees is the loss transferred over here. Did you follow the adjustment of advance? Yes? Have you understood what we did with reference to the advance? We have done it earlier also.
Yes,
Earlier also on a couple of occasions we have dealt with advance. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That time I think, if I remember correctly, advance was received, and this is the first case where the advance is paid. I think that was a case of export sales where we had received the advance. Now this is the import purchase where you have paid the advance. Okay. Now we will have regular payments. So next payment is 1st October, $1 lakh at 77. Now 1st September, when you book the transaction of purchase, it was $78 rate, and now the dollar rate has fallen to 77 rupees. So will you make a gain or will you lose in the process? We are accounting in the books of importer. If the rate goes down, will the importer gain or will he make a loss? Yes?
Gain, sir.
It will be a gain for an importer. The importer will stand to gain if there is a fall in the rate. So how will you pass the entry? The entry will be ABC Incorporated account debit to bank account to FX fluctuation account towards the gain. So 1st October 2019, ABC Incorporated account debit to bank. How much amount we remitted? $1 lakh. What was the rate? It was 77 on this day. So we remitted 77 lakhs in Indian rupees, equivalent to $1 lakh. And we are going to account for a gain of 1 rupee. So that gain of 1 rupee amounts to 1 lakh rupees. That will be transferred to FX fluctuation account. The same day that gets transferred to FX fluctuation account. Am I clear to you on this?
Yes.
You have passed the entry ABC Incorporated account debit 77 lakhs towards bank payment and another 1 lakh towards transfer of gain. So effective entries ABC Incorporated debit 77 lakhs, 78 lakhs to bank 77 lakhs to FX fluctuation account 1 lakh rupees, which is a gain. So we have to credit that gain to FX fluctuation account now. ABC Incorporated. ₹1 lakh gain is credited over here. Okay. Now the next transaction is on 15th March 179, sorry, $1 lakh paid at 79. Our original booking is 78, and March 2020 you are paid at 70. So obviously you will pay more. You will end up with a loss. 1 rupee per dollar will be a loss because your booking rate is 78 and now you are booking at 79 rupees. So you will end up with a loss of 1 rupee per dollar. Entry will be ABC Incorporated account debit, $1 lakh at 78. FX fluctuation account debit, the loss, $1 lakh at 1 rupee per dollar. To bank account, total outgo will be 79 lakhs. So on 15th March 2020, to bank, $1 lakh debited and multiplied by the exchange rate at the booking date of 78. So 78 lakhs is debited here. Then on the same day, you will debit the loss of 1 lakh rupees, which is the excess payment by you, and that loss will be debited here. 1 lakh rupees. Because here also you have incurred a loss. So your entry is ABC Incorporated account debit 78 lakhs. FX fluctuation account debit 1 lakh, which is the excess payment made by you because the rate has gone up to 79 rupees from 78. To bank account, total amount paid in Indian currency is 79 lakhs rupees. Okay. Have you posted this entry? Have you understood this entry? Yes.
Yes,
Can
sir.
we go to the next transaction?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now moving further, the last payment is on 30th April, but this goes in next financial year. And before that, end of the year, 31st March 2020, your dollar rate is 76.5. You have to find out what is the dollar outstanding. Your dollar outstanding is $1 lakh, which is remitted in April 2020. Now you book purchase at 78, but year-end rate is 76.5. Are we going to gain or are we going to make a loss in the process? At the end of the year, will you account for a gain or will you account for a loss? Original booking 78, year-end rate 76.5. Case of a import purchase. Will the importer lose or he will make a gain? He stands to gain because the rate has fallen, right? So we'll be transferring this gain to profit and loss account through FX fluctuation account. So your entry will be ABC Incorporated account debit to FX fluctuation account. How much will be the amount of entry? $1 lakh are outstanding. Multiplied by fall in the rate of dollar is 1.50. 78 original rate purchase date to 76.5. So multiplied by 1.5. So 150,000 is the gain that will be transferred to FX fluctuation account. The entry will be ABC Incorporated account debit to FX fluctuation account. So on 31st March, we have to pass this entry by ABC Incorporated account. 150,000 is the gain recorded over here because the year-end rate has fallen. So we have to record the gain. Now, since we are at the end of the year, we will find out what is the loss or profit position. The balancing figures. The totals. So 31st March 20, this is a credited account. So to balance carried down. US dollar based outstanding, as you can see, is $1 lakh. And rupee based outstanding, we'll have to find out the difference. The difference is 76 lakhs 50,000. The balancing figures at the end of the year. Are you getting these balancing figures? You can run a cross check here. Outstanding in INR is 76 lakh 50,000. Outstanding in USD is 1 lakh. 76 lakhs 50,000 divided by 1 lakh should give you year-end rate of 76.5, and effectively you are getting that rate. That means your accounting is correct. You can run a cross check here. 76 lakh 50,000 divided by 1 lakh, you get an effective rate of 76.5, which matches with your year-end rate given to you, which is also 76.5. That means your accounting is correctly taken care of. Okay. So with that, we go to the next year. We carry forward this balance. 1st April 2020 by balance brought down. Balances are 1 lakh in dollars and 76.5 in rupees. 76.5 lakhs. That is carried forward to the next year. And this account we have to close by transferring the balance to profit and loss account at the end of the year. Let us see what is the net position, profit or loss. Credit side total is 2,50,000. Debit side total is just 2 lakhs. So we are making a effective gain of 50,000 rupees in the process. So this gain will be transferred to P&L account on 31st March. So on 31st March 2020, profit and loss account. The balancing figure is transferred to P&L account, which is a profit of 50,000 rupees at the end of the year. This is the balancing figure that gets transferred to P&L. It's a profit made in the process. Is the question clear to everyone so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this time it was a slightly different because we had foreign currency advance, okay, which was adjusted at the time of actual purchase of goods. The rates were different, so we had to account for exchange difference for adjustment of advance. Now coming to the last transaction, on 30th April, 77 is the dollar rate at which we have made the payment. Our booking rate at the end of the year, restatement rate was 76.5, and now you will be paying at 77. So you will lose, you will make a loss, you will pay a higher amount of 50,000. So your entry will be on 30th April. ABC Incorporated account debit to bank. This will be debited for $1 lakh at year-end rate of 76.5. That was the restatement rate at the year-end. So you will debit here 76 lakhs 50,000. But you are actually making a payment of 77 lakhs. Why 77 lakhs? Because the dollar rate is now 77 rupees. So when you make this payment, the extra payment of 50,000 is a loss which is debited to FX fluctuation account. So our entry is ABC Incorporated account debits 76 lakhs 50,000, FX fluctuation account debit 50,000 to bank account on 30th April 2020. Okay. So this account is now automatically closed because whatever was the balance left, that has been completely paid out. This account is closed. And assuming that we don't have any other FX transactions, we will transfer this balance on 31/3/2021 to P&L account. And it will be 50,000. That loss is transferred to profit and loss. So your FX fluctuation account also stands closed by transferring the balance to P&L account. So I hope both the sums were clear to all of you. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Just wait for a minute. Just wait for a minute.